Check out this. I thought I was gonna eat canned soup for lunch. Yeah, you make like 4 rugs on each one of those guys. Bah, that is the best. Sheep in the rear view mirror. Hey, good morning. I'm headed to Bear River, Ronerville Rancheria. I'm about 100 and some miles out. Traveling there, I have a couple of screenings on Tuesday, and so just driving the last 100 miles or so before I get there, and then gonna start doing what we've been doing, showing Touch the Water. I was in this community with my More Than Fry Bread movie. It's been over 10 years or so ago. I know I had a good visit. Remember last time it was really quick. I think I came in the night, showed the film, or no, I came in the morning, showed the film. I think I stayed one night and then took off from there. So hopefully spend a little bit more time. I do have an extra day here, and then Tuesday we show the movie. So it was kind of fun driving along and seeing a few sheep. Sheep looked a little bit different than I'm used to back in the Netra out on Navajo land. They looked very healthy and very had their full winter coats. I don't know if I've ever seen sheep with that much cotton on them before. So it was kind of cool. I wanted to get out and pet one, and I was thinking each one had probably 2 or 3 rugs that could be made out of each one of those. So it kind of woke me up. Not that I was sleeping, but kind of feeling invigorated again. And it's almost lunchtime. So I brought a good old can of some Idaho chow, old-fashioned potato ham chowder. Get to eat it cold, have a plastic spoon to do some fine dining here in another 30-40 minutes. Right now, this is the last screening I have for 2024 scheduled. There may be something pops up after Christmas. I'm kind of doubting it at this point. There's an eagle flying up there. Well, just made it, pulled into Bear River, Ronerville Rancheria. Definitely coming up. I having memories of being here before. So I'm gonna go get checked in, and made it safely. That's such a long drive, going 40, 45 down that, the 96. Those like 150 miles or so just go so slow. And I found an open spot, and it's veteran parking only. Sometimes you didn't realize when I was in the military there would be good benefits. It would be just little fun things here and there. So it is my goal for this screenings that we have going on, just that people will feel, especially the elders, will feel appreciated, and everybody else that gets a chance to see the film. And glad to be here. I'm gonna go try to get something to eat. That can of cold soup, I'm not gonna get that kind of soup again. It was kind of nasty. So yeah, I get out of the car and get blown over. The door almost all blown off. I can see the ocean from here, which is pretty cool. Very wet and green, and some amazing looking trees. And so I'm gonna go see if I can get checked in before I get blown away. But excited to be here. I got all checked in. Got my food supply set out just in case we get locked down for a while. And a few waters. I have enough apples for 1.5 apples per day. I couldn't resist more smoked oyster, traditional Hamilton meal for Papa Bob. Just me starting the day off Was awake at 6 a.m. Got some scripture power done, reading some scriptures, and now trying to get a little reading in this new book I found, Alone in a Room, about screenwriting. I'm going to do a bunch of work this morning and then go out and try to meet some of the community and see the community. And I really want to go walk the ocean and spend a little bit of time out there. I can see it from my window and the waves crashing, and it looks awfully cold because it's way northern California. But I may just have to take my swimming suit and jump in too. Page 4, Alone in a Room. This is an interesting thing that's kind of mind-opening or mind-blowing or mind-scaring. You are the human being alone in a room, and you find yourself in one of the most competitive businesses and certainly the most competitive artistic venture in the world. If you have the desire to stick to it in the face of that struggle, you should be proud. Kind of shakes my core a little bit with it's the most competitive business and certainly most competitive artistic venture in the world. And just thinking of that, I think it's something that I haven't really thought about too much, but saying that, it's like, oh wow, no wonder it's so extremely difficult trying to get a film made from the whole process, and then not just getting it made, but getting screen time in theaters, trying to get it out there when there's when there's Hollywood with millions and billions of dollars and so much product out in the market. So it's kind of encouraging. I think I've kind of by nature, I'm a competitive person. I guess I kind of thrive with that challenge. And so I just didn't necessarily think that's the business I'm in, but obviously it's right there staring me in the face. And it's, I guess just put so simply in this book that I've found that kind of a little revelation or a little, some synopsis, or what's it called? Some synapses firing in my brain. Reading through that. So I thought I'd share that because it's like, okay, are you ready to compete with that extremely competitive business? Maybe that's why I'm in the indie world, kind of doing my own thing myself, because I'm competing with Hollywood, trying to get a film made. If I'm writing a script and then taking there and all the others that have written great scripts and stuff, all competing for the same few producers to try to pick up and run with it. Maybe that's my workaround, is just to produce it myself, and that's what I've been doing. And anyway, interesting. Good book so far, page 4. Just going for a little run in sunny California. At least Northern California. It's really pretty here, really green. Well, me and my backpack just checked in, did the tech check, and all went good. Very easy. Love working with an IT department that's just solid and knows what they're doing and flips a couple of switches and suggestions, and then it's up and running. So less than 5 minutes we had it going. So that's all good. Now I'm just waiting for schedule to see what happens tomorrow. I'm available from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we'll come back and show the film loader. They have really cool, I love seeing the background that drops down behind the screens, and then they have like skylights that all have covers that go on over them, so it all shuts everything off, which is kind of cool. Walking out, I saw there was a library, so I went in just to check it out, and it was fun looking through the films. They had, I think, 4 of our movies. So I asked her, the lady there asked her how it was a More Than Fry Bread movie. She says, oh, it's pretty cheesy, but it's older and it's it's okay or it's good, something like that. So it's kind of fun. I always like getting people's real responses from, instead of like, oh yeah, it was the best movie. I mean, if that's what they say, oh, it's the best movie they've ever seen, and they're honest, and I love that. It's my favorite. But I think I've been doing this long enough that real opinions are good for me to hear. Doesn't mean they don't hurt sometimes or give me a bigger ego. But usually it's kind of in the middle of the averages of where people are at on the extreme, the outliers, and then kind of where everything's at in the middle of, those averages is where I try to go and judge how a film's performed. So light drizzle right now. It's not warm at all, but it's just nice and cool. So I'm gonna go try to get to the ocean and see how that goes. Ooh. Going to the ocean. There's a fun little town, Ferndale. Coming through, there was a bunch of dairies. So it's kind of fun seeing cows everywhere never realized that there could be cows by the ocean, so that was kind of fun. And then first thing I see driving into Little Ferndale is a veterinarian clinic. So I'm like, oh wow, I'm feeling right at home back in Idaho. Although the sun hasn't been out much. I don't know, being in Arizona might be too used to the sun. Well, this is where we should have shot Touch the Water. No one else is even out here. I guess the beaches I ever go to them the 3 times in my life. There's usually can't find a parking spot this close and so many people out. This is pretty amazing. Although it was kind of scary, there's a part right around this point over here where it says the surf could come up over the road anytime. So maybe that's where everybody else is gone because the tide's coming in and I shouldn't be out here. So that'd be kind of rough having to call the rental place, tell them their car got swept out to the ocean. But I have the key, so that should save a little bit on what I own. Anyway, pretty amazing. Wow. Can't imagine just living in one of these houses like a half a mile from here that we were driving by. Pretty beautiful. I'm always amazed by the power of the ocean and just how kind of reminds me of how small and insignificant I am in the world. Same time though, feel that power of God with the beauty and majesty all over. Well, I am going to touch the water. I'm not just going to look at it. I am going to touch it. We're going to add this shot in to touch the water too. Uh-oh. I just can't touch with my shoes. Oh, got it. Is that just insane? This is like 2 minutes of picking up rocks just here on the beach. Look at those colors, what a variety. So beautiful. Well, that was actually quite fun and stress relieving. Felt like a little kid running around. I wish my kiddos were here with me. This is, I'd love to bring them back sometime. It's starting to rain pretty good, so I figured I probably should get out of the weather. I heard my mom calling for me to come home and do my chores before I have to go to bed. It would be fun to stay out here for a few weeks in one of these houses not too far away. Pretty cool. Beautiful places in the world we live in. All these little tiny different colored rocks that are all smooth and been tossed around by the big mighty ocean, and beautiful little gems, taking them back to Arizona and let them dry out. Okay. We're ready to screen, ready to go. So we'll start at 12. May push it back a little bit, but sounds good, looks good. They've got all the light stuff closed off in the ceiling and around, and 2 screens are up ready to go. So beautiful venue. This view outside is amazing. I should show you that when I get a second, just you can see into the trees, and ocean's kind of over here back behind us, but just a beautiful place. Great day to show a movie. It's kind of rainy, overcast, a little cool, not too cold, not too warm, and I'm looking forward to hopefully get some people here now that can enjoy the movie.
I like the movie. I mean, it's nice and quiet. It's just a lovely film. It's a very charming film. There's no bombs, there's no cussing, there's no gunshot. So sorry people, for those who love the violent movies, this is not for you. But it's just a really charming story. I really enjoyed it.
How did you connect with the film, and if so, how?
I connected with the thought that everybody dreams of something, and how can you achieve that dream is what connected with me.
I just got through watching Touch the Water, and it was such a good movie. You guys gotta watch it. It touched my heart, and it brought me to tears, and Lady was so independent that she reminded me of my mom. You guys gotta watch this movie. It's a beautiful movie, and I'm glad I got to watch it. Thank you.
We met about, 10 years ago?
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
Brought Legends from the Sky here and had a little film workshop, put tables in a square over here. And
I made my cousin Mark come, and he came, and we had fun.
What did you learn in that workshop? Anything?
We learned a lot.
Well, what?
How to make movies. Talked about making movies, to be in a movie, and how to run the movie. That's what we learned. And this is one of my good friends, and we'll be friends forever.
Yes, and we have to get you in a movie.
Yes, that would be awesome.
So next one,
okay.
Somehow, some way.
Yep, we'll do it.
All right,
let's do it.
Deal, done. Just landed Phoenix. Layovers and a missed flight and a handful of things at 7:30 p.m. Supposed to be here at 2, so about 5 hours, but made it. And that's a wrap for VIP screenings 2024. See you in 2025. Res Tour kicks off.